today I want to talk about parenting on this planet as a reflection of the universe parental system. There is a universal father and a universal mother, but all of their children, such as us indirectly, but way down the line, all of their children only ever experience them, in effect, with respect to being parented by them. There's only one parent. There are two persons, both of them divine, and since the meaning of divinity is actually unity, it's easy enough to understand that the meaning of two divine beings co-parenting, the effect is a single parental influence and therefore experience by the child. So with the gods, the universal father and the universal mother, perfect love is dominated by perfect wisdom. Another way of saying that is perfect love is in submission to perfect wisdom. Now let's come back down to ourselves here on this planet, human beings, and the other creatures too, because it's important to make some comparisons here. Different creatures on this world, this planet we call Earth, have different energy systems. For example, if you look at the cat family, it doesn't matter whether you're talking about a lion family, and they do have a family, so they're a very tightly social, a tight social unit. And then you can look at the domestic cat, and you might like to look at some of the other big cats, leopards for example. Now mother leopard is a very solitary animal, so is mother cheetah. She brings up her cubs all by herself, even without a family structure. Lions, as we know, most of us, have a family structure, a pride of lions. Domestic cats, the mother cat brings up her babies by herself, even though there might be other domestic cats around in the neighbourhood, in the household, the human home. The thing is about all of these cats, whether it's lions, leopards, tigers, cheetahs, or domestic cats, etc., the mum is the one who does the upping. Dad, apart from maybe with lions offering a little bit of, not a little bit, a lot of protection of the group, he doesn't really have much to do with bringing up the cubs. And with domestic cats, you would have noticed that good old Tomcat does nothing to bring up the cubs, the kittens. It's all mum. So the mother cat has to have a balance of masculine and feminine energies in order to do what in some other species would be apportioned out between the mother and the father. And that brings us to human beings. Excuse me, moving the camera around. Human beings have a very clear delineation between mother and father, comparatively speaking. There's a great dichotomy between the mother and the father when it comes to human beings. And this is because they are more of an evolved species. Evolved toward what? Evolved toward the perfection of the universal parents, the deities, the gods, the god and the goddess, if you like. When a woman has a baby, or even before she has the baby, as soon as she becomes pregnant, she starts having strong feelings toward what's inside of her, or about what's inside of her, about what's going on with her own body, about what's happening in her own body. This is a very primal human woman emotion. The father does not have the same feelings going on in his body. This primal affection that the human mother has for her young once she has the young, becomes manifest first of all with suckling the child, holding the child. In some of the mammals, licking the child, licking it clean. One of the first things a mother ever does with her newborn baby in the mammal world is she licks her baby, licks it clean. And then, once it's standing on its feet and is able to find her teat, she stands there, or she might even help it to find that teat. She stands there and lets it suckle. This is primal mother love, something that the father cannot experience. So what does the father experience? Well, he does experience something. In fact, the father is quite able to consciously experience a strong feeling of fatherhood as soon as the mother starts feeling a strong feeling of motherhood. I know this for a fact because it's something that I have experienced. But after the child's born and the child begins to grow, the father is not having quite the same feelings, not the same experience as what the mother is having. He's not really as involved. For him, this child is very much an individual entity separate from himself. With the mother, on the other hand, there's very little distinction between the child and herself. Her feelings are very much more of a selfish nature, a stronger selfish nature. They're not more selfish. I don't mean more selfish than the father's feelings. It's all selfishness. This is procreation. This is animal survival. When it comes to these feelings, these primal feelings of procreation, there's nothing divine about the feelings. Divinity can only come in through the application of wisdom. Wisdom. And this wisdom, because of the Father's lesser involvement in the intensity of feelings, shall we say, wisdom is able to register more in the male than it is in the female. So, primarily, with human beings, wisdom is enshrined in the Father, whereas affection is enshrined in the mother. So love and wisdom are apportioned differently between the two parents. And it's only when these parents come together and function in harmony that the full parental ministry to the child can be realised. Mum brings the love, Dad brings the wisdom. Not exclusively, but predominantly. Woman therefore must recognise, or mother must recognise, or discern the wisdom in the Father, and, just as with the divine personalities, submit her feelings, her affection feelings for her child, to the wisdom which is coming through the Father. Meanwhile, the Father, his affection for his child is amplified through the love of the mother only when the connection or the harmonisation between the mother and the father is able to occur. And this is what co-parenting is all about. So that as in paradise where the gods exist, there is harmony and one single parenting, what would you call it? Energy? It's not really one energy, it's a combination. Influence. One parental influence. This is able to happen in human beings just as it happens with the gods. Love becomes submissive to wisdom, and wisdom is based on love. Now, the man cannot initiate this evolutionary healing, call it evolutionary. You might say that really it was always meant to be that way. Something went terribly wrong somewhere. Definitely it has to happen with the mother's discernment of the wisdom in the father, because the father cannot impose the wisdom. Wisdom cannot be imposed on love. Love must voluntarily submit and embrace, submit to and embrace wisdom. Thus it is said that the destiny of human beings lies very much with woman. Thank you for your time today. I look forward to another session with you all. Bye for now from me, Somonai Breath Art, logging off for now.